Good morning. Buenos dias. Welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of San Antonio. My name is Terri Chadwick. I joined this church in 2008, but I have been a UU for over 50 years. In this church, I restarted the parents group. I've been on the stewardship committee, led various adult religious education programs, and now I'm active in our church's Racial Justice Black Lives Matter working group. I'm also co-chair of Denominational Connections with Mary Ellen Kowalski. We'd welcome new members to this group, this committee, who are interested in helping our church coordinate with the nationwide Unitarian Universalist Association, the UUA. Our yellow love t-shirts are from the nationwide organization, and you can buy one in the bookstore after the service and wear it in the Martin Luther King March, which is an annual ritual of our group. If you're interested in working on the committee with Mary Ellen and I, please see me or Mary Ellen or tell Kathy in the office that you're interested. We are looking for new members, and we meet by Zoom about once a month. At this church, our weekly worship is where we connect, share information, and inspiration. Let's acknowledge the geographic place where we are currently located, Yanawana, the home and traditional lands of the Kwawitalakan people, the original indigenous stewards of this land, now called San Antonio, Bexar County, Texas. Let us also bear in mind that many indigenous peoples have never, ever been recognized by our federal government, even as they continue to live among us as vital contributors to and of our communities. Indeed, we speak these truths as one small step toward becoming the diverse and multicultural community of communities we aspire to be. At our church, we strive to act upon a universal love that binds us in mutual care and affection, especially in our work for justice for all and for our planet. Our faith is all-inclusive, and all means all. If you are new to us or visiting for the first time today, we welcome you. And we ask you if you want to fill out a visitor's card located in the pew or at the welcoming table, and turn it in to the welcoming table at the back in the foyer. We'd like to get to know you. When you turn in this card, then you'll get on our email list and get our announcements and communications. Wherever you are on life's journey, we hope you will find your home here with us.
Thank you, Terri. And thanks to all of you who braved the weather to come out today, and all those who are with us online. We are live streaming this service, and you will have an opportunity also to identify yourself in the chat stream and fill out a visitor card there as well. Today, we're going to create a ritual, a fire communion. It will join other rituals that we practice here at our Unitarian Universalist Church, like our annual water communion and our annual flower communion. Here's what Elizabeth Gilbert, known for writing Eat, Pray, Love, writes about rituals. This is what rituals are for. We do spiritual ceremonies as human beings in order to create a safe resting place for our most complicated feelings of joy or trauma, so that we don't have to haul those feelings around with us forever, weighing us down. We all need such places of ritual safekeeping. And I do believe this is Elizabeth's words, that if your culture or tradition doesn't have a specific ritual that you're craving, then you are absolutely permitted to make up a ceremony of your own devising, fixing your own broken emotional system with your do-it-yourself resourcefulness of a generous, she calls it a plumber/poet. That's what we're doing today. We're being ritual makers with our fire communion. Let's join together to make this fire communion a significant ritual ceremony for us. Okay? It's now time to welcome one another and exchange greetings of peace. So whether you're going to greet someone you know or someone you don't know, let's reach out and connect with the people around you as safely as you can. You all are very good at this. Thank you for greeting one another with such warmth and generosity. Indeed, it's good to gather together on this Sunday, January 2nd, 2022. And now I'm going to ask you to rise in body or spirit, turn in your gray hymnal to number 126, and we'll do a rather traditional hymn, and we'll see how we do it together. Come, thou fount of every blessing. Please rise in body or spirit.
Streams of mercy never ceasing.
please be seated. It's time for our chalice lighting. Giving our chalice lighting today are the 4 Lopez siblings, daughters of Valerie and Sal. Aurelia, I am told, is 16 and a sophomore. She is a compassionate person with a gentle soul. She loves all things fine art, not to include parallel parking, which she's doing for her Texas driver's license. Lucia is 13 and in 8th grade. She has a creative mind, artistic ability, animated facial expression, somewhere in there, and I'm told a delightful and questionable sense of humor. Keira is 11, 6th grader. She's a natural nurturer, loves coffee, decaf, I'm sure, and all things fine food, and she has an infectious laugh. Elisha is 9 and in 3rd grade. She has an eye for decor and fashion, loves organizing, and excels at arts and crafts. She lights up the room with her energy. As we've seen in our recent holiday pageant, it's online if you missed it. The 4 are excellent ballerinas. They are part of the Ballet Conservatory of South Texas, where the older 3 are company members. The girls and their folks have 2 dogs, Laura and Grant, and a betta, Mobetta, a Siamese fish named Moon. How about that?
Out of the flames, we rise with courage of our deepest convictions to stand for justice, inclusion, and peace.
Out of the faith we rise, Out of the faith of scrutiny, we rise to proclaim our faith with hope to heal our fractured and hurting world.
Out of the flames of doubt, we rise to embrace the mystery, wonder, and awe of all there is and all there is yet to be.
Out of the flames of hate, we rise with the force of love, love that celebrates our shared humanity.
Out of the flames, we rise.
Thank you so much. Out of the flames, we rise.
Panis angelicus, fit panis hominum, panis celicus, figuris terminum, ores mirabilis, mantud cat Dominum, aperus
Wow, we have the best music here. I'm going to talk about our covenant, and then we'll say it together. We are called, I'm going to take this off. We are called as Unitarian Universalists to build the beloved community where all are welcome. Each week we affirm this promise to live and behave as a community in covenant. Let us recite our covenant that articulates our promises and binds us together in community. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. Dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humanity and fellowship, to the end that all souls go in harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other.
It's time to share our joys and sorrows. Each week, you are invited to enter into your hearts in this good company in a very intentional way, remembering that ours is a welcoming community that connects us, a spiritual community in which we come fully alive, a sharing community that amplifies our joys, a caring community that reaches out and holds our sorrows in hearts of compassion. May we learn by this practice on a weekly basis to listen more deeply to ourselves and to each other so that our lives can be more clear, more focused, and we may grow closer to each other every time we gather together. And as a way to connect this morning, you're invited to come forward down the center aisle, mindfully, minding your social distancing for our safety and care. And find your way back on the side aisles to your seat. Let's savor this moment. Actually, I'm sorry, we're coming down the side aisles. Thank you, Shannon, for the hand signals. We're coming down the side aisles to the votive tables, and we're returning by the center aisle. Let's savor this moment while Bill plays our meditation music. Please come forward. I invite us all to take a deep cleansing breath. Go ahead, bring in that fresh air and release it. And continue to breathe with mindfulness for all our joys, sorrows, and concerns. May we feel empathy and compassion. And may the caring of our community offer a space of deep kindness, loving, and just action. Keep on breathing. Dr. Sheri Phillabaum, you have a story for us. I hope, I love it. Making a beautiful, peaceful, and happy world. What an idea for 2022.
Great, so good morning. Today, as we greet a new year, I'd like us to spend some time thinking about all the things we have done to build a more beautiful, peaceful, happy world. Maybe thinking about the things that we've done already will inspire us to do even more in the new year. First, let's think about the things that make the world beautiful. Paintings and gardens, clean places, smiles and laughter, happy animals. Take a few seconds to think of a couple of examples of your own. Now, in your pew pockets or tucked into your hymnals, you'll find some stickers. Everybody should be able to find some stickers. You might have to borrow at some point. So now, give yourself a sticker. We're going to give ourselves stickers for all the things we've done to make the world a more beautiful place. So give yourself a sticker if you have ever drawn a picture or painted a picture. Give yourself a sticker if you've ever made a doodle. A doodle. If you've ever doodled. If you've ever put a picture on your refrigerator door. If you've made any kind of art project. Written a poem or a story. Played a piece of music. I did not get a sticker for that. If you've ever done anything fun, that makes the world more beautiful. If you've ever made someone laugh, if you've ever petted an animal, picked up a piece of trash and put it in a trash can, or anything else you can think of that made the world a more beautiful place. Now let's think about things that make the world a more peaceful place. Hugs and smiles, compassion, empathy, kindness, being a friend. Take a minute to think of a couple other examples for yourself. Now, give yourself a sticker if you've ever given someone a hug. If you've ever read a story with someone. If you've ever said, "I'm sorry," or done something else to make up after an argument. If you've ever done something kind. If you've ever said thank you. If you've ever done anything that counts as prayer or meditation. If you've ever made someone smile, it's okay if they fall off. You still get the points. Now, anything else you can think of that makes the world a more peaceful place. Now, think about things that make the world a fair and just place. Honesty, courage, fairness, doing the right thing, helping others, standing up against evil. Give you a few seconds to think of some other examples that you can think of. And if you think of them, you could go ahead and give yourself another sticker. So now give yourself a sticker if you've ever said "excuse me" when you walked in front of someone. If you did something courteous or with good manners. If you ever gave money to church or charity. If you've ever read a story about someone who did the right thing. Gave someone a high five or a compliment for doing the right thing. Asked someone to sit with you or play with you at lunch. Saw something that was wrong and said, "That is not right." Helped on a service project of any kind. Told the truth, even if you thought you would get in trouble for it. Did something brave and helpful. Now think about your stickers. If you've ever wondered if you have done anything to make the world a better place, just look at your stickers. And I also invite you right now to take a selfie with your stickers. Or if you're little, maybe you'll take a picture. Maybe your parent will take a picture of you if you're little. And now, for those who would like to go to the playground, we will sing you out.
Well, that was fun. I love seeing all of the auras that you have around you. Only had 16, so I got 16 merit badges on my Boy Scout sash here. I think that's about enough to be a life scout. So, to life, l'chaim. It's time for our offertory. We're going to welcome our ushers to bring baskets in a moment, but first, our church has a larger purpose to support all of us in becoming more generous in the giving of our time, our talent, and our treasure. May we succeed in fulfilling these goals, especially in service to one another and to our wider community. And for those of you who are viewing online, we invite you to make a contribution on our website or at the link shown on the chat stream. For those of us in the sanctuary, you may put something in the basket as it comes down the aisle. While we enjoy our offertory anthem by Friedrich Chopin, yet another wonderful prelude rendered for us by our own Bill Westney. Thank you so much, Bill. Would the ushers please come forward? May we see, hear, feel, touch, and know that there is enough for ourselves and for all people. May we be willing to manifest our true UU tradition to be the answer to all of those sensations and realizations that we are abundant in our giving, in our generosity, in our kindness, and in our work for justice, and in our skillfulness, and our artistry, and our creation of beauty. May our blessings be multiplied by our sharing of them. Thank you, ushers. Thank you, everyone. Amen.
The reading today is by Reverend Elizabeth Harding, Our Sacred Fire. People have always known that fire was special. Long ago, before people made matches or candles or even houses, people knew that fire was special. There was the great fire in the sky, the sun, which made the earth warm and made night into day. And there were the smaller fires that people made, fires that cooked their food, kept them warm, and brought them light. People honored the fires because fire was special. Fire was more than human. Fire had power. It can bring light and it can burn. It can create and it can destroy. Fire can be wonderful and fire can be terrible. We have to be careful with fire. It is not to be played with. And so people thought that fire was sacred and holy. Some people even worshiped fire and said that fire was a deity, like a goddess or a god. Other people said fire wasn't actually the deity, but just meant that the deity was there. No matter what they believed, people all over the world gave fire a special place in their religions. They had fires in their homes, of course, to cook their food and keep warm, and they also had sacred fires in their temples. They set sacred fires on their altars. They lit sacred bonfires outside on the hilltops and in the groves. They placed sacred torches near the graves of those who died. Near the tomb of the unknown soldier in Arlington, Virginia, there burns an eternal flame that never goes out. In churches at Christmas time, many Christians light the candles on an Advent wreath. During the 8 days of Hanukkah, Jews light the candles of a menorah. At Diwali, Hindus set small burning lamps all around the house. And when we Unitarian Universalists come together, we light a chalice. Today, we light a fire communion.
Today we will create our fire communion ritual. What is it? It's a ceremony of a burning bowl. You will be invited to whisper a word. Shannon, would you light the bowl for us? Thank you. We're going to pass out some flash paper. Some of you are familiar with flash paper and know that it is highly flammable. So you're going to be invited to whisper whatever it is that you want to let go. whatever amends you need to make, whatever will help you to step forward further into 2022 with more freedom. Put that in your paper, and you will be receiving some soon, and you will bring it forward and just drop it into the bowl. Psst. You'll watch it. You might take a deep breath. You might rub your palms together. You might savor the moment of that letting go of stuff that's not working for you. It could be anything from a behavior to a habit to an addiction or a relationship that's not healthy for you. It could have to do with anger or an old grudge that's hard to let go of. Basically, anything that's affecting your life adversely in a way from keeping you from being who you truly are, who you truly want to be. In the bowl, we will literally watch anything that's holding you back go up in flame. And may this ritual be cathartic and empowering to all of us who participate. When's the best time to do this? Well, now. And anytime we find ourselves with burdens that we would like to create a ritual for, like we heard about in our opening reading. The best time to perform a burning ceremony is when you're going through a challenging time in life, or a transition, or a big change, or when you just have things that you've become resigned to. And you say, my gosh, how could I be so resigned to that? That may help you let go of expectations. And in doing so, the world becomes more full of opportunities. See if you can sense today, if you can literally let go of something, watch it go up in flames, and burn away some old negative energy. To do so, I'm going to invite you to be very positive and genuine about your feelings, to enter into a sincere space. And to do that, let's prepare by joining together in taking a deep cleansing breath. And yes, Sylvia, would you come down and pass out some flash paper in our first rows, because we're going to ask you to come forward row by row and to come down the center to the bowl and to go back to your seats in the best way possible, perhaps around the side aisles. I want you to let go in as peaceful a mood as you can. Keep your breathing going. Remain calm and have an intention in this experience. Be mindful. So some mindful intentions that I might suggest are just saying to yourself, I am peaceful. I am grounded. I let go of attachments. I find peace when I let go. And when these intentions, the clearer and more focused your intentions are, you'll be able to determine more what you're getting out of this ceremony. So I hope you are ready to articulate your feelings and intentions into that piece of flash paper and be ready for release. All of us are seated. Sit up tall. If you can, ground your feet on the floor. Literally, sit with your feet on the floor and sit up tall. Be present. And if negativity and tension arise in you, let it pass. Whisper what you want to let go of into that piece of paper. And beginning with our front row, walk forward mindfully in a single row, keeping some space between you as you are comfortable with. All of us are sitting in our familial and familiar units so we can walk close to those. And mindfully drop your paper into the bowl. Watch it burn. Take another deep breath. Rub your hands together as a final release of that attachment and return to your seat, walking mindfully, resolved to honor your commitment to this change. I'm going to ask Bill to play some music for us to accompany us as we do this. The Pridgeons, would you like to start us out? Our young, wonderful people, would you like to continue the line? You can watch it. You can take a deep breath. You can release it. Woo-hoo. Please come up. Do you want to participate, Jim Ann? Can you give her a hand, Kathy, to Rob, keep on coming. Dorothy, Shannon. Let it go. Burn away something from the past. Be free. Yeah. Drop it in the bowl. You did all right, Jim Ann. Let it go. There you go. Woo-hoo. Watch it burn away. If you leave your paper open, it'll burn up. If you wad it up, it won't have much surface. We learn. That's it. Cherish that moment and let it go. job, Merrick. Let it go. Be more free. Cat steps, so delicate and quiet. Notice that some practically self-extinguished before you even drop it in the bowl. Others sat in there for a while. They didn't want to let go too quickly. It's interesting how these little symbols manifest. You did it. You burned away something from the past, freeing yourself from some regret, sorrow, pain, trusting in a brighter future. Let the fire communion give you a feeling of closure and move on. Now let's go to our gray hymnals and turn to number 128. I invite you to rise in body and spirit and join in singing "For All That Is Our Life." For others serve, for services we give, for work and its rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come with praise and thanks for all that is our life. For sorrow we must bear, for pleasures, pains, and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks for all that is our life. For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use, to build the common good, and make our own days glad. Magnificent. Stay standing, if you will. We extinguish the chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of our fellowship and companionship. Deep breath. The fire of our commitment. Each new year offers an opportunity to forgive old wrongs, to let go of resentments, and to make amends. It's part of the process of endings and beginnings. This year is one we now have to realize this process for, and we've started it out well. May we be free to move into 2022 afresh with open, loving, and positive energy. May we as individuals and as a community remember today's fire communion ceremony as a significant event in our lives for our own benefit and for the benefit of all the love that this world needs. May we find the courage, resilience, and strength to bring about the changes in 2022 that are wanted and needed. Let's listen to Bill with another prelude to prepare us to going forth from here, either standing or seating or staying in the room somewhere that we may enjoy this beautiful music. Thank you, Bill.